Hey guys, Friday here with Sweaty Pixels. We just did a couple workout videos, so now we're going to do a post-workout stretching video. So you should never be working out and not stretching. So we did a warm-up before we worked out, now we're going to do stretching now that we're done. So whether you're inside the gym, outside the gym, doesn't matter, floor, ground, outside, inside, I just lay down first. And I'm not going to hold these stretches as long as I would, try to keep the video short, but first thing I do when I lay down, just kind of do your hands together, get your biceps real close to your ears, and just reach straight up above you, just for 15-20 seconds. So we're going to do that first, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull our knees into our chest one at a time. Right now I have my left knee. I'm going to pull it in towards me and up towards my right shoulder while I'm laying flat in the ground. This is going to stretch all up in here in your glutes and your hips. Alright, so we're going to do that first. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our right hand on our left knee. We're going to have our left arm extended out, shoulders back on the ground, and we're going to pull that left knee down towards the ground. And this is another hip stretch. You're gonna feel a stretch all up down here in your side, your lats, your obliques. It's kind of good to open you up. Sometimes if your back's really tight, you might even hear a pop. Usually a good pop. But there's that. And then finally, for while we're on our back, well, actually second to last thing, you're gonna bring your right foot underneath. I prefer underneath. Some people do it with their foot on top of this leg. I prefer putting my left foot ankle underneath my right leg. I grab my foot and my knee, and you're going to pull this in. You're going to pull your legs and your feet and your knees all up towards your head. Pull them down towards your head. And this is going to be a another nice hip stretch, a nice glute stretch all up in here. And like every other stretch, you're going to want to hold it for anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. The longer the better. So every stretch I just did, we're going to repeat on this side. So, but I'm going to do very short holds just to try to keep the video short. So we're going to go right knee into the chest, and we're going to do right knee down to the floor, pulling you down to the floor while looking down your right arm. Okay, and same thing. We're going to do the glute stretch. Okay, and we're holding 15 to 30 seconds. All right, the last stretch I do all on my back. Some people look at me like I'm crazy doing this, but this is kind of a yoga move. It's called the plow position. But basically, you're going to have your hands down, and this is kind of an advanced thing. So if you're kind of new to working out, new to stretching, maybe be wary of this. Because you could hurt yourself. But basically, you lay down. You're going to raise your feet up. And you're going to kick your feet up over your head like this. All right. You're going to let your feet keep coming down, basically until they can't anymore. I'm not very flexible, so I can't go very far. Some people can have their knees on the ground right here, but right now this is all stretching right up here in my low back, my hips and my glutes again, down my hamstrings. The straighter you have your legs, the more of a stretch you'll feel out throughout your legs. But I do this mainly for my back and for my hips and my glutes. So the most important thing with this stretch is to get out of it very carefully. You want to come down very slow and controlled, very slow. Use your hands to help kind of walk yourself down out of it. Because if you slam your butt down, you can very easily hurt your back, and that's not good. It defeats the whole point of stretching. The next stretches are, more basic stretches. You do right foot over left knee. You do your left arm across your right leg. And you're going to rotate your hips and look to your right and look behind you. And this is going to be stretching your back out, hips. All right. 15 to 30 seconds. We're going to do this side now. Same thing. All right. Now, next thing we're going to do is butterflies. This is going to stretch out your groin, and it's going to be. You can do it like this, kind of just holding your ankles and using your forearms and your elbows to push down against your legs. Some people prefer this method where you grab your feet and then you use your elbows to push down. But any way you can do it, you feel the stretch. As long as you're getting the stretch, it's all that matters. Your groin can be a very neglected muscle that people stretch, and I can notice in some a lot of sports injuries, you hear about, oh, someone, I pulled my groin. Well, they probably never stretch it after they're done doing their activity. So next thing we're going to go right into is a hamstring stretch, and I'm not flexible at all. So this is kind of cheating, but it's how I get a better stretch. But I grab, right now I'm doing my left hamstring, I'm going to grab my right foot with my right hand to kind of help me pull closer to that toe. And I'm just going to get locked down there. Try to keep this leg flat. And you're going to hold this for 15 to 30 seconds. And for you people that are flexible, some people, like my girlfriend is filming this, you can probably grab both hands around her foot and have her head against her shin. I can't do that. So stretch it as much as you can. And we're going to repeat the same thing. This leg, a little more abbreviated. All right? Never stretch one side without stretching the other. Always stretch both. You got to go for keeping things equal. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're going to, really quickly, we're going to do just a shoulder stretch. This is stretching out your deltoid and your rear delts. Sorry about my dog in the back there. She's barking being stupid. Alright, same thing with this side. Just pull it across to feel a nice stretch in the back of your arm. None of these stretches you should feel you should feel the stretch, but none of it should hurt to the point to where you're in absolute pain. All right, do a quick tricep stretch. I'm trying to speed this up to finish up here. And now we're going to go into, I'm going to get on my stomach, or kind of on my stomach. First thing I'm going to do is this. You're going to have your basically your knee bent like this, all right, like kind of centered over top of it, your chest over it, all right. You're going to just kind of lay down on top of your knee, and this is another hip stretch, and this is going to stretch a little muscle you got in your leg called your piriformis, and piriformis and piriformitis have been linked to a lot of lower back pain with certain people, so it's a neglected muscle that people don't stretch a lot, so it's a good one to stretch. And we'll do this leg real quick. But yeah, some people are more flexible with this than others. I just find if I get down top of it like this, I can drop my head. And I feel a good stretch. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to do a quick calf stretch. So you're going to get in a push-up position. One leg on top of the other, and right now I'm doing my left calf. I'm just pushing my whole body back in that left foot until I feel a nice stretch in my left calf. And same thing for the right calf. Alright, and then we're going to do one last stretch for our back. This is it's called cobra or upward dog, but you're gonna you can be like this, with just your head up, arching your back. Well, you have a lot of weight on your hands right now. You can have your legs on the ground, you can lift them off and just have your feet touching. This kind of amplifies the stretch a little bit, but you want to look up, just hold it there. Same thing, 15 to 30 seconds. And then that's pretty much it. From there, you can kind of do it if you want to add some stretches in. I know a lot of people, they always want to stretch out their quads. Do this whole number. I might neglect those sometimes, but my hamstrings are the things that tight, so I tend to stretch those more. But yeah, this has been Fried Egg with Sweaty Pixels. If you're gonna work out, make sure you stretch. See you guys later.